A woman, just to stay alive, chose an extreme method. A cold laser swept across her body. The next second, a dense, transparent organic film wrapped around her. Even the tiniest strands of hair were completely sealed. She was about to put herself into a deep sleep this way, completely cut off from the world. She thought this would let her exist forever. But to her surprise, she woke up in less than a year. The moment she opened her eyes, she felt like she was suffocating. The film was wrapped so tightly around her that she could barely breathe. Her survival instinct kicked in, and she started struggling with all her strength. Using the last bit of willpower she had, she opened her mouth wide and finally tore a tiny crack in the film covering her face. She greedily sucked in the life-saving oxygen, while her hands also managed to break through the film. Then she freed herself from the restraints on her body, pulled out the IV needle from her arm, and finally tore away the film completely. She took off the consciousness extractor on her head. After breaking free from all those restraints, she started pounding wildly on the cabin wall, screaming for help at the top of her lungs. Sensing the host's violent struggle, the soft lights inside the chamber slowly turned on. An AI robot named Miro appeared on the screen and calmly warned her that the oxygen left in the chamber was only 35%. But she didn't care about that, because at this moment, she couldn't remember anything at all. The last thing she remembered was the hospital. Medical staff in white surgical gowns were pushing her through a long, freezing hallway. If she had been placed here because of a serious illness, then there had to be a medical team standing by outside the chamber. She slammed her fists against the solid cabin wall again, letting out even more desperate cries for help. But the only thing that answered her was dead silence. At the same time, her violent movements were making the oxygen run out even faster. Miro warned her again, saying the oxygen level was dropping rapidly. Left with no choice, she forced herself to calm down and look for another way out. She started trying to talk to Miro, but Miro told her that there was no response signal from the outside world, and no one knew she had woken up by accident. That news pushed her into despair, but if she wanted to get out of here, she first had to get her memory back. So she asked Miro again for information about herself. But Miro only knew her name and her ID number. Then she thought of asking Miro to open the chamber door. But after Miro started the program, it asked her to enter a password. To continue,
Merci de fournir le mot de passe administrateur pour continuer.
Je l'ai pas. Je l'ai pas!
Attente du code d'autorisation.
J'ai pas le code! J'ai pas le code!
Procédure interrompue.